He hasn't done the no
loading
bombs
screen.
yet, so yeah. I was just switching back over to that. You want to do the intro for this one?
Sure, sure. My name is Skill Factory. I am here casting half of this stream with you guys. We have in feed on Darius, Ezreal being run by Buddha Rice, Painkiller running Leona. Talon is going to be run by Conference, who actually been running Syndra last two games, switching to the assassination down bottom. And Frostfire Enemy going to run by Captain Blueberry. And casting with me is...
I am Gander of the gaming clan Vato Clan, and the other team is Feel the Vibe. Half Hard playing as Zyra, Talith PA playing as Jarvan, the fourth Netherwear Man playing as Vi, or no, it's Vi. As Vi, it's not 6. We have Armor playing as Lee Sin, and Dynov playing as Kale. This is game 3 of the finals. Both teams are tied up at 1-1, so whoever wins this game wins the RP, and Dynov might be able to get his Aetherwing Kale, which just came out. Great looking skin, very pretty. Art team for League of Legends is very good.
Yes, very exceptional. Their legendary skins are legendary. Interesting to see the heal come out of Talith PA this time on Jarvan. I don't think we've seen a heal yet. I think maybe a Pantheon ran a heal in one of the last couple of games, but not something you see very often. They usually stick with the Garrison, Revive, Exhaust, and then there'll usually be one Ignite. And it's good they have that Ignite to counter the sustain from the Lee Sin or to counter the heal from the Jarvan. But Armor definitely counter-picking the Talon that will probably be running down bottom. So unless they switch it up, which might be a good idea because it is a really strong counter. Talon versus Lee Sin, Talon goes invisible, but the Monk is blind. He doesn't care. Two of his abilities reveal stealth units and keep the reveal on them, and you just can't get away from it. And they do switch. They're going to run the Ezreal bottom on Buddha Rice.
Well, that's different. You see Ezreal down in the bottom lane once in a while. I've found that you can almost put like anything in the bottom lane. I mean, there's some bruisers that can go down there like Jax. There's some AP champions that go down there like Syndra. There's assassins that go down there like Zed. They put everything in the bottom lane. Every category at least, not necessarily every champ, but tanks like Maokai, good stuff. And the team doing the kind of reverse. They're both going in from the opposite angle. Switched up a tad. Talith PA taking a lot of damage off the beginning of that fight there, but it turned out to be okay. And now Painkiller looking like going to be the target of choice as he's getting lower. Infeed, whoa, watch out for that Decimate, guys. That does do some damage. Half Hard standing back to Cap. The Apprehend pulls Dynov in, and is Dynov, yes, going to go down. And after that, a couple other champions do fall, and Infeed getting taken out there at the end, and Blueberry as well. So now we have the members of Feel the Vibe over here at the top. Now they just got to deal with Confidarius and get him down. If they can get him down, it's going to be 4 versus Painkiller, excuse me, and those are not good odds.
Yeah, the Revive's coming out pretty quickly there, but the pain coming out from Feel the Vibe should be Feel the Pain after that first exchange. Doing a great job. Talith PA not able to land a knockup onto anybody, and Zyra being able to sit back and do lots of damage right now. Kale giving her a little bit of a heal, and it looks like Painkiller is going to be the target. Netherwear Man taking a bunch of damage, not enough from the shield to save her. Painkiller going to go down to the Kale auto attack at range, and it looks like these three here at half health are probably going to go back. They do have the top point secured for now. A full health Vi is going to come down and hopefully slow down Captain Blueberry, who is going to be in a lot of trouble. Lands the charge, which is called Vault Breaker. I'm still learning some of these abilities. And goes to put a little bit of harass on that minion wave. Armor looking like he's playing very, very cautious versus this Ezreal, though. Knows that if he's not landing the Resonating Strike, he really can't get in there and fight it. Up top, Kale trying to pop the Righteous Fury, clear out this minion waves before they do too much damage there. And then some pings coming down mid, looking to get the Storm Shield and looking to kind of posture for a team fight and pick the fight that they want.
And there they are swinging around the bottom again. They've done this is the second time this game. They've kind of swung around on the enemy side of the map and tried to cut in behind them. And it's been treating them pretty good so far. See, they're chasing Half Hard up to the top, and they have Vi segregated back behind them there. Half Hard taking all the damage, but the intervention goes off. So they'll have a couple of seconds of time to try and get back away. And yes, Half Hard is going to be able to escape J4, Tal's PA kind of hanging back, actually. It looks like they're going to kind of let this tower go. And Tal is heading down towards the bottom lane instead as Peso and Child Support cleans up this top engagement. Now, does J4 have his... Oh, he does have his Cataclysm ready. So this could be a disaster for Buddha Rice right here. Taking the damage. Does Buddha have enough energy to Arcane Shift? Is that why he hasn't ducked out
he
yet?
doesn't want to use it because he's just going to get dunked. If he Arcane Shifts, he's going to get dunked. He might have done it anyways just to force out the ultimate out of Tal's PA because he was going to go down. And a great engagement going between the Zyra and Leona. Leona chasing Zyra damage, dropping the AoE right underneath Leona as Leona's shield pops, and they kill each other in that engagement around midfield. Now down bottom, the 2v2 coming out. Tal's PA actually being very low, trying to get away. Probably not going to make it very far. If they get a slow on him, they do get the slow. See if they come in after him. He does not have level 2 boots. We'll get the speed shrine first and the Kale heal. Very good teamwork there, getting him out of there alive. And now it looks like 2 members of Feel the Vibe are going to come up top and try to cap this, while Painkiller and Blueberry try to defend. Blueberry doing a lot of damage on that Annie, wants to go right for the Lee Sin, but now switching, they're kind of split. They really should focus on one target here. Blueberry versus Armor, taking a good amount of damage, coming back to the turret for a little bit of help. Armor getting very low, and the Zenith Blade picking up that kill right to the back.
Oh, deforestation on Zyra right there from Darius, following it up with a kill on Vi, too, to top it all off.
Yeah, Peso and Child Support running the dunks. I don't know how he missed knocking him up. The slow on him. Tal's PA trying to get this kill, finally gets it. Half-hearted trying to zone Leona off as Darius trying to do some more damage. Half-hearted with the slowing plant coming out. Oh, the Tibbers missing, not getting half-hearted there. Captain Blueberry not going to be able to get the stuns that she needs to finish off the plant lady. And I think they're just going to back off now, get a little more healthy, and wait for a better fight.
Dynov went for a gank down there, got really, really low, did an invincible dive on the tower, but thankfully Buddha Rice does not have his True Shot Barrage available to secure that kill right now. He will shortly, but I don't know if Kale will be low enough at that point for him to be able to capitalize on that or not. We will see up at the top end of the map. However, infeed is between a Vi and a hard place. The airborne does not connect from J4, unfortunately. Painkiller trying to keep people back so that Blueberry Infant can do the damage, and the Nazi Guillotine, kicked out through the wall right there. The True Shot Barrage comes up north to help out in this fight, and Netherman getting chased away by Confidarius now. Peso and Child Support doing a pretty good job so far. The exhaust is not enough to help Vi escape, and now it's just kind of Lee Sin. Lee Sin doesn't really have any health right there. Yeah, that's just one poke away from disaster. But they had kited and bought enough time for Tal's PA to catch back up to the fight. And he goes up there looking for Captain Blueberry, throws down the Cataclysm. Annie, you are 8 to go back to the Summoner platform.
Yeah, they're going to be able to keep this windmill and keep the clock ticking in their favor, pulling their lead ahead to almost 50 points now. Tal's PA going to get Confidence right here. Actually, the root from Zyra picking up that kill. Kale still having trouble kind of defending versus Buddha Rice down bottom. They actually switched. They didn't throw Lee Sin down bottom anymore. He wasn't having any success versus the Ezreal, so they put Kale down there. And now a 3v1 up top. Painkiller taking a good amount of damage. Infeed getting jumped onto by Tal's PA. And those are going to fall back, grab this turret, and secure a 3-2 exchange right now.
Dynov and Buddha Rice at the bottom, both of them, neither one of them seem to have health. Every time I look down here, one or the other or both are at half, and Dynov is going for the kill right there, but nope. Walls are only a suggestion, they are not a rule. Buddha Rice does not believe in them. Armor doesn't connect with the Sonic Wave, unfortunately for him, but very fortunately for Ezreal, is now he's able to kind of get back away a little bit. He does go for a recall, though. Half-Hard is intercepted by Captain Blueberry up here, and Confidant is just delaying down here at the bottom, keeping 2 people down there, which is going to slow down any push that happens on up top, because Vi has got to deal with Darius and Leona, and that's kind of going to be difficult for Vi.
Yeah, and we have Annie coming up to make it a 3v1 for Vi right now. The Tibbers is already down. The stuns are coming down for Nidoray Man. He tries to get away, puts out the Vault Breaker on Infeed to try to delay a little bit more time, keeping that point neutral, but it was all in vain. And now the dive coming out onto Buddha Rice from Armor and Tal's PA on Jarvan. Armor probably going to go down here. The True Shot Barrage barely gets off. Buddha Rice living. Great kiting. The exhaust comes out and a double kill on the 2v1 with help of the tower. Dynov not coming in because now it's a 2v1 against them. And Hazel and Child Support, PECS on blue really coming back into this and pushing their advantage a little bit more. In feed, trying to chase down Dynov, getting kited a little bit, but a great apprehend. Dynov taking big damage, stacking up that bleed, and dunked.
Annie able to get a hold of this tower over here, but they're standing next to each other. Oh, Confidara's intercepts that so Annie can keep capping. That's a good play right there. Get in the way of the skill shot, break one person off so the other person can finish, and they got the quest objective for that, which should give them extra damage going into this engagement here. Netherman feeling the result of that, taking the axe to the skull right there. And it looks like they're not going to be too worried about that bottom. Are they going to try and keep it? Invid and Cat and Boo Bear is circling back around. They're heading down towards that bottom point, and they are going to keep them zoned away. Elsewhere on the map, Leona and Ezreal did take out Zyra over at the refinery. Now, Infeed's being pursued away. Boo Bear coming around from the side, going to throw out some damage there, but oh, there goes the Cataclysm. Annie, you can't escape now. True shot barrage. I'm completely wrong. Annie can escape just fine. Ezreal's taking care of her.
Yeah, Annie a little bit too strong. Oh, missing another Tiberzo on Dynov. Netherman coming in, trying to get some damage onto that Annie. Not able to slow her, but a couple more auto attacks, and she will finish that. There it is. Closes the gap, gets the damage. Buddha Rice getting exhausted, and now going to be in a lot of trouble here, but Confidars coming down, picking up the kill on Kale, trying to pick up the next kill onto Netherman. See if she can get out of there with that Vault Breaker. It is back up, comes back into, dunks Confidars, and almost gets the damage with the exhaust enough to save Confidars right there. And that was a very, very close exchange.
Yeah, that engagement right there. He didn't connect with the rake either, so I was really, really scared for him, and he was able to take that home. But now Half-Hard, oh, it's a stun right there. Although Infeed did get rooted, misses the apprehend, which is very fortunate for Half-Hard, but not so much so for Infeed, as now everyone wants to kill Infeed because they know what Darius is capable of. Now Painkiller, well, this is self-explanatory.
Yeah, he needs painkillers now because he just took a lot of it. That was actually a 5v1 because Kale came up from the bottom and just was not needed to defend that there. Man trying to go 1v1 with Talon once again, coming out pretty well in the exchange, but Annie and Darius coming in for the dunk. And Zyra going to be caught out in this bush if she's not careful. Ezreal dropping down bottom as we speak of it. Zyra will go down to the Annie and Confidarius on Talon. And now Armor trying to pull this bottom. The Arcane Barrage is going to come across. Landed across two champions there. Infeed going straight for Dynov and opening up with the dunk, forcing out the invulnerability, but it was not enough to save the life or even trade a kill there. Armor left alone to defend versus three people. Oh, but the revive coming out from Dynov to help out. Painkiller looking like she wants to dive, but they're going to fall back, seeing that three people were there to reinforce. They don't have to force this fourth cap. They're winning the 3 cap pretty handily. They've held it for most of this game now, and it's really up to Feel the Vibe to make a move and win this tournament.
And there, the Cataclysm goes down, but Buddha Rice doesn't care. He can stand outside of it, although the bigger impact is the fact that it clusters everyone together, although there isn't a lot of AoE to take advantage of that, though, other than Kale and Zyra. And they don't quite put out the most significant of AoE DPS. They have just been living, though, this whole time, because Darius had opted to go for the drill when he got low on that engagement. He might have been able to cycle around and get a couple of resets with the dunk and keep going, but instead he's going to do something that's a little bit better for the game by getting the neutral and the full cap on that. Annie with that Molten Shield, keeping that up, just living for a really long time, because Molten Shield is a very good skill to have. And that's one thing that becomes apparent if you play a lot of Annie in this game mode. She can get some health, she can get some damage, and that Molten Shield, you can get it up so often that she can really take care of business. We got the True Shot Barrage coming up, and nope, not going to connect, though. And wisely, Vi's going to back away so she can't get jumped on by Confidarius there. But he's going to try and go for it anyway. He's going to drag Armor up with him. He pops the stealth, and Lee Sin can see exactly what's going on, thankfully. Painkiller is going to be able to get a stun off on him and keep him back away from the already weak Confidarius as they take care of Vi. Going down for Half-Hearted now. Infeed Deforestation! Taking her down.
Yeah, now Lee Sin using everything he's got to try to get out of there. Another Rake's going to be coming very soon. He does get the slow onto Armor. I don't think they're going to try to dive him here. Once again, the Jarvan actually came straight across to the refinery and might be able to neutralize this point before Darius gets in there as they trade the kills over there. Lee Sin going down and Talon going down as well. Nidoran Man trying to clear out this wave. J4 able to neutralize that point, but in feed with the heal and the bleeds doing lots of damage. Talfie in a lot of trouble, walking into another stun, and Annie coming over for a little assist action as Darius dunks once again. Big true damage coming out, finishing people off there. I think the only time he hasn't secured a kill with it was when he used it onto Kale, and probably just forcing the intervention early onto Kale.
Ooh, Buddha Rice, a very unfortunate snare right there. His HP just plummets immediately after he's hit by that. Safeguard gets Lee Sin up close to him, and he's just looking for a good opportunity to connect, and he gets it, and is able to take Ezreal down. However, Infeed is found half-hearted, and are we going to see some more of this Noxian Guillotine action? Nope! The Rainforest strikes back, and Darius is taken down. Gets a free trip to the Summiter platform, but a little bit further away, however, Paisley and Child Support is keeping up the pressure. They're making sure that Feel the Vibe really doesn't have any opportunity to move out. And Feel the Vibe clustered together like this is able to get kill after kill after kill, but they haven't been gaining any map position at all because after these fights end, they're just really low on hit points, and they have to go back rather than risk getting a tower only to have it immediately turn over.
Yeah, now it's Captain Blueberry going to be able to defend this point. Has Leona coming up with a Sunfire Cape, putting a good amount of damage on, does have the Lance, closes the gap onto Half-Hearted. The shield is already popped, doesn't have the damage. Sunfire Cape worked for me. Safeguard coming out from them. A good, even though it was a good route, still got with the last Lance there in a dunk coming out from infeed, picking up the low health Jarvan. Nidoran Man 1v1ing. Captain Blueberry picking up more damage coming down. Nidoran Man has a good amount of health here, trying to get away as Talon comes in to support, make it a 3v3. Half-Hearted popping the revive, coming on to the Talon, who's going to be in a lot of trouble now. Oh, a great blind Vault Breaker coming out of Vi and getting dunked by Tal PA, saying
very
Darius
nice
isn't the only one that can dunk. I play ball too.
Yeah, Darius, infeed Darius. This is something we don't get to see very often because people forget just how dangerous it is. That's why you ban him out against him. Infeed likes to play other annoying champions like Teemo, but if you let him get Darius, things get, well, they get downright Darius. Painkiller's going to try and defend this point down here, and all Painkiller needs to do is stall out for a little while to take home this game, and Painkiller, get over the tower! No, J4 is going to get the... No, never mind.
Oh, Garrison.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Saying, I didn't really want to use that, but I guess I will to win the game.
Painkiller freaking me out without the Garrison, but he's using it to get that interrupt and take home the game. Pays Evelyn Child Support going to take first place. Feel the Vibe going to win second.
Yeah, a very good game there, but definitely dominated by Pays Evelyn Child Support there. The last game was very close, but it doesn't like Feel the Vibe had a good early game. They got good early caps. They dominated that first engagement, but they weren't able to hold that windmill, and the entire time they were trying to make something happen, but losing the team fights in mid.